What's going on? How are you guys today? We're gonna do just ask me anything, quick Q&A. If you guys want to talk about nutrition, you guys want to talk about the Toyota Corolla, whatever. I figured we would do this today. Although I wanted to do a carnivore diet Q&A, but I decided that since I did a video today that was kind of related to the Toyota Corolla, that we should do this instead. So what's going on? How are you guys today? Frank is choking down the last bit of wine. Why does it say my video? This video is private. What happened? Let me double check that. You guys can hear me, right? And you guys can see me. Let me see what happened. Doesn't say I'm live. Okay, I'm live. All right, you guys can see me and hear me, right? Yeah, what's going on? How are you guys today? How's it going? Did you find anything on predictive programming? I got a bunch of links that I put together. I'm going to look at it. I don't know if I'm going to do the video on Sunday, maybe. Maybe I'll do the video for Sunday. I'm just going to put a bunch of links together and post that video, the predictive programming video for Sunday. How should I cook the Wagyu belly? I ordered, should I make bacon? I used to, if you look at like some day of eating videos I did maybe like a year ago, I was like slicing it thin and throwing it on the grill and then putting salt on it. It's pretty tasty like that. It's quick, it's easy. You can make bacon out of it. I mean, I actually bought a smoker that I haven't used, a Traeger smoker on Craigslist, and I did make bacon with it once. But the bacon's a lot of work. You got to cure it for a couple days. You got to cook it. You know, have the wood, have everything you need to make the bacon correctly. You should try the bacon and see how you like it, and then if that's worth it, then do that. To me, the simplest way to do it is just to slice it thin and throw it on the grill. You can even pan sear it if you don't have a grill or don't want to use the grill. New York pause extended to May 15th. They're gonna extend it to, that's fucking ridiculous. It's a month, another month, and then they're gonna extend it to the end of May. It's ridiculous. What's the story on the first light beef? What do you mean? If you guys want to make sure I get to your question, then you can donate through the Streamlabs link that's down in the description. Did you make a video on copper? I mean, most people are deficient in a lot of minerals. I mean, it would probably be better to do a video on copper in relevance to the carnivore diet and how shellfish and fish-based foods are copper dominant, whereas land-based foods are zinc dominant, and you need to have a balance of both to have a proper diet, or you need to have a balance of land-based animal foods and plant foods to have the proper zinc to copper ratio. How long have you been based in red pilled? Since I started bartending in New York. Are you with or against squeezing lime or lemon into water? I think the main concern is like the enamel on your teeth. Like, I wouldn't necessarily worry about what's in the lemon or the lime. I would worry more about if it's going to corrode your teeth with the acidity. 4 out of 5 of us haven't yet hit the like button. Yeah, I mean, you guys are lacking energy on your carnivore diet, that you can't move the mouse several inches. Trump opened everything up today. Did he? I didn't see the. Dude, I don't watch any news. I don't watch any TV. I don't do shit. Do you ever think of going off grid? Yeah, I'm trying to get a $2 million loan, and I'm gonna just fucking build a house in the middle of. I'm gonna build a house like an hour or two north from me, and I'm gonna have like a concrete. I'm literally have these motherfuckers use cinder blocks to like build a house. I'm gonna have this like 1-story ranch where I'm like grounded and there's no fucking electronics, and be in the middle of nowhere and do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna like spend half the day like butchering cows and selling you guys meat, and the other half of the day filming videos. Occasionally I'll have my girlfriend come over. colloidal copper versus copper supplements. There's not enough information and data on the different chelations of minerals, and I mean, I don't even know if I would have access to the information of that type of information, even if I read a bunch of biochemistry textbooks. I think to know the different chelations of any mineral and how they're absorbed and their bioavailability is very questionable. I think the best thing to do is look at what's available on the market and see what works the best. I mean, we know like copper glycinate. We know copper glycinate works. I haven't tried the colloidal copper myself, but I think I don't know. I'm gonna do a copper supplement, but I don't know. I gotta see what I'm gonna do. You have to build up to eating raw foods, like eat a little and eventually add more. Whenever you eat any food, your gut bacteria is going to adjust to that food, and it generally takes the first meal. So you might poop your little panties on the first meal, but then you're going to at the second meal you should be good to go. If you like eat a food 2 or 3 times and you're still having digestive issues, then the food's probably bad. Yeah, they're destroying the middle class and making the lower class even poorer. Did your hair get curlier as you got older? I never had short hair when I was younger. I think your raw meat TikTok gets the most popular. I did a raw meat TikTok. Dude, there's like, I put a raw meat TikTok up like earlier today, like 8 hours ago, and I got like 37 fucking views. That's like 4 cunts looking at it per hour. Is it? Is that the right number? Yeah, that's about right. But I think it must have got flagged or censored or something. I wonder if just like YouTube flag stuff for like raw meat shit, like eating beef heart or eating brains, because like stuff like stuff to shock people. Like if you were to take your goldfish out of a bowl and eat it live, like the psycho fuck you are to get YouTube views, then like that's what YouTube is blocking. Maybe TikTok does the same thing. Skate liver oil. Any type of fish oil is going to be pretty oxidized. We have cod liver oil on Frankie's free range meat, and honestly, I mean, we buy the cod livers and then we just let them, then the oil naturally seep out, and then that's what we bottle and send to you guys fresh. I really can't recommend any type of fish oil supplement. I've always told people to eat the fresh fish itself, and ever since we started selling the fresh cod liver oil on Frankie's free range meat. And you can, I've probably done like 3 or 4 videos on cod liver that you can watch where I go over how, yes, taking a cod liver oil or a fish oil supplement is okay if you're deficient in omega-3, but if you do have an adequate amount of omega-3, then there's various negative inflammatory factors of that processed fish oil that's probably not worth using. What's the story on First Light Meat? Who are they? It's New Zealand wagyu beef conglomerate, and I used to buy stuff from them a while ago from a restaurant purveyor, and basically it's 100% wagyu beef. The reason we had to start advertising them under the First Light name was because they had, the guy reached out to us and had an advertising requirement, and although we're not really sure where it's going to go because our customer base is relatively small right now, wagyu is kind of like a luxury product that people buy for their birthdays, for anniversaries, for special occasions. It's pretty expensive stuff. But, I've had like that Japanese wagyu, and I like this grass-fed wagyu a lot better. And, everything on Frankie's free range meat is the highest quality possible. And everything's pretty underrated. We have, the Iberico pork belly we have is literally corn and soy free. Like you can't get corn and soy free pork belly anywhere in the United States. And we're selling it at like the same price other people are charging. And then we have the First Light Wagyu stuff, this 100% grass-fed Wagyu. Like these strip steaks and these ribeye steaks from First Light are literally like the best steaks I've ever had. And they're probably like the tastiest and most nutritious meal you can have combined. And then that extra taste on top of it. So we really wanted to carry them as a producer. But unfortunately, since our customer base is lower, in order to sell the steaks and stuff, and it's the same thing, and same thing on their front. They're kind of having marketing issues because Wagyu is traditionally like mostly fat. It's like something that you would eat like a 1 or 2 bites of in a restaurant, as opposed to actually, spending a little more and having a nice fatty, like nutritious meal once a week. But those Wagyu First Light strip steaks and ribeye steaks are like the best steaks I've ever had. You know, it's the most enjoyable meat I've ever had. The flavor, the texture, how easy it is to cook, how nice it is to eat. By far, it's the best, and it's probably very nutritious as well. It's from New Zealand, which is, I mean, all the elite pricks have these bunkers in New Zealand, and that man that's the prime minister took all the guns away. For some reason, he wears dresses. So when those elites go down there and they have their bunkers, I'm sure they're not spraying chemtrails and shit over there. So I kind of trust the New Zealand purveyors. Like, I don't know if the you guys playing with your crystals that think they're gonna block the Wi-Fi signals. I don't know if that's gonna work. You might want to try putting them up your butt. Maybe that'll make you feel a little better about it. 2 mil. How are you gonna repay that? I don't give a shit. What the fuck are they gonna do? I'm gonna build the house. How much is it? What a $2 million loan for 3 years? 30 year. It's a 30-year loan, right? $2 million. What's 2 million divided by 30? Oh man, my brain is fucking fried. I'm gonna have to bring up a calculator. $2 million loan, 30 years is divided by 30. You got to pay off. That's it. Is that right? $2 million divided by 30 is 66 grand per year. Oh, that's actually a lot of fucking money. That's 5K per month. No, that's a lot of fucking money. Holy shit. I'd probably do a 1 million. I could. Oh man, even a $1 million loan. That's a lot of fucking money. Hold on, wait. How much would I be making per week on this dog shit operation? 2 million divided by 30 years divided by 12 is 5.5K per month. I'm probably going to be pulling... Yeah, no, I could pay that shit off, but... Yeah, no, I could definitely pay that off. If I did the operation, if I took like a $1 million loan and did the operation, I could do it. I don't think I fucking need $2 million. But if they gave me $2 million, I'd probably just expand the operation and do it bigger. Keep the lower end from revolting while squeezing the middle down into the lower end. That seems like what they're doing with the economy right now. They're trying to remove the middle class and make all the middle class people lose all their savings, and the people that were doing okay, that might have enjoyed their life a little bit, they're just taking away all their money. And the poor people that were in a shit scenario, they're keeping them in that shit scenario. I think it's crazy. These people who got going on unemployment are probably making more money on unemployment than they were working. When are you gonna have bone broth in stock? Probably 2.5 weeks from now. We're gonna get the cows in. We're gonna get the cows in a week or two, and we'll have the extra bones from those cows to make bone broth. Have you had olive wagyu? No, I haven't had olive wagyu, but I doubt it's much better than the regular wagyu. They're opening gyms back up again. Other jobs will supposedly be opening up. Gyms are completely fucked. I go to Lifetime Fitness because there's like no other nice gyms in my area. They're all like filthy, and you know they weren't doing well before. I wouldn't be surprised if they let go like half of their staff, and then like half of the members quit because now they don't have fucking jobs. Everything's a catastrophe. What country do you think is the safest to live? I don't think it really matters what country you live in. It's pretty much how much money you have. Do you know the Bible predicted the new world? No. So the problem with the Bible is the people that are enacting the new world order literally wrote the Bible. So any of you guys that are like Christians and believe in the Bible are basically giving up your free will by accepting what's going to happen to you in this new world. Like don't trust the Bible. Don't listen to what's you've literally fallen into their trap of predictive programming if you believe in the Bible. And that's the Bible is basically a psyop to people that are unintelligent enough to believe it's supposed to happen. Like if you believe it's supposed to happen, then you accept it and you give up your free will, then they can fuck you with their demon dicks. I wouldn't be signing anything right now. I don't know. Like this year is the only year I've really been successful from a monetary opportunity, and I mean, I've been hearing, like, I know the rent market the rent market is fucked right now, and I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of foreclosures like 10, 12, 18 months from now, and people aren't going to be able to sell their properties. But everyone's like a greedy asshole, so I don't know if there's going to be foreclosures or if the banks are going to let me actually get a decent deal on a farm upstate. I don't really care. You know, I take things day by day. I do have goals in mind, but I can't worry about them too much. Why don't you leave New York? Because I have a job in New York where I make like, I make 40, 50K a year working in New York. So I can't just leave New York unless if I started making like fuck you money where I was like, they mailed me some like Jewish dude that wears a dress and I was like joined in their group of people, then like maybe I could move out of New York. But right now that amount of money is too significant for me to move out of New York, because I have a job that's part-time that I work. Government website won't let me claim unemployment, glitch in the dependents part. They were having problems, but now I think it's like they have it so you can just like sign up and they'll call you or something within 72 hours, I think. You didn't count interest. Multiply those numbers by 10 times for compound interest. Why do you say you're not religious but you wear 2 crosses? Because the crosses aren't about religion. It's about reminding me of something. Although it hasn't really been working lately. I try to leave the crosses on so I can maintain a positive mindset, but it worked for the first few weeks, but now I'm kind of used to them. My husband was so surprised by the Iberico pork, he's making me order more. I cooked it aside regular pork to taste the difference, and it's definitely better. Oh, no, that's fuck. The Iberico pork we sell is fucking ridiculous. I feel like it shouldn't exist, because the pork that these faggot farmers are making in New York, it's like they literally, these like Mason retards literally smuggle Iberico pigs across the ocean. And they're like, oh no, let's feed them corn and soy and say it's Iberico. They're fucking assholes. They're selling you dog shit meat. When are you gonna have? I already answered that. Can we use aluminum to protect us? I mean, what do you mean aluminum? I mean, it's kind of weird because aluminum is a neurotoxin, but aluminum like sheets would actually block certain signals of electrical radio wave frequencies. Did you see the Rockefeller document I sent you? I don't see the point in going through that shit. It's a little too involved. I think there has to be some aspect of entertainment to what's going on, and I think I don't see a point of bringing that type of stuff up on my channel. I mean, I'm already fucked anyway. YouTube lubed up their digital dick already, so what am I gonna do? What's the fucking point anyway? Investing in precious metals. There's too much disinfo going around. I think they're gonna crash the precious metal market. I'm sure like these Egyptian tranny. Oh wait, I can't say that word on YouTube. These like Egyptian weirdos probably have like billions of pounds of gold locked in a vault somewhere. So I wouldn't trust investing in gold, because they're gonna like, what's gonna happen? They're gonna like have some like, they're gonna open up this vault, and they're gonna have so much gold they're literally gonna be like putting an ounce of it in their coffee. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I wouldn't trust the gold stuff. If anyone's telling you to do something, I would not trust it. Nothing is open right now. I don't care about governments. Word. Would you leave New York when you're ready to buy land? There's a few surrounding states that would be a lot cheaper. Yeah, I was actually going to go and like join the Amish, and like, I mean, I can't grow a beard, so maybe they wouldn't accept me. But I don't know. I mean, Amish in Pennsylvania is only like 2 or 3 hours away. I don't know. I don't know if and I was actually talking to some people. This guy that sometimes delivers me dairy, he was saying like the land per acre over in Amish bumfuckville. I mean, their girls are probably pretty if they're feeding them all that nice meat, but the land per acre cost wasn't that much higher. No, I think it was actually more expensive than like an hour upstate New York for me. So I wouldn't see the point. I mean, you guys keep telling me like the surrounding states are cheaper, but what I've seen, it's not that much cheaper. I found raw milk cheese at Walmart. That's, yeah, I mean, that's probably just, people yeah. Iberico would be even tastier if the pigs get massaged and listen to Mozart. I don't really know the the logistics of what goes into the marbling of those wagyu animals. What would cause intramuscular marbling in an animal over an evolutionary period? It would probably be like a very active lifestyle while having a surplus of calories. So I guess the massage makes sense. Grana Padano is made from raw grass-fed milk. Yeah, I mean it is, but it's very variable. What's a good dose of the fresh cod liver oil for maintenance? Most people overdo the vitamin A initially. They have gold dildos. Yeah, they have like all their boys like walking around with gold butt plugs. They got like gold fillings in their teeth. They probably have like gold chewing gum. I heard they're going to crash the precious metals too. Yeah, I wouldn't trust these motherfuckers. They're going to crash everything. This live stream is kind of boring, TBH. All right. Go ahead. Go join another live stream. I'm the most entertaining motherfucker I know. So, you're a dirty liar. Go to the Midwest. Cheap. I mean, it's tough because if I'm in New York, I have the ability to sell locally to New York and do farmers markets in New York. So even if there are some downsides to being in a large area like LA or an expensive and high, like an expensive area where the cost of living is higher, like LA or New York City, there's probably, there's the incentive to be like every other one of these asshole farmers and sell like ground beef for $15 a pound. Like what the fuck do you want to like have the Mercedes?
Hi Frank, I have been sick with a bad stomach flu for the past 2. Just bought grass-fed A2A2 raw milk and kefir. I have never tried it. You think it could help me beat this sickness, or could it upset my stomach since I've never had it? Thanks.
I mean, I would honestly, I would try to do some type of, I would either fast or I would take some type of antimicrobial regimen to bomb out whatever's wrong with your stomach, and then take a small amount of the kefir. Raw milk doesn't have probiotics, although raw milk is an ideal composition of vitamins and macronutrients to feed probiotic bacteria. And the problem is, if you do have a stomach flu, you probably have dysbiosis. So what you want to do is either fast or take an antimicrobial protocol and clear out whatever's wrong, and then the different day, like if you take an antimicrobial protocol one day, the next day you would, try the probiotic foods and see how you feel. But a stomach flu can also, you might be deficient in some nutrients. It could be a bunch of different things. It's hard to say. I do have consultations that you can check out on my website. But if you send me an email and you can, it's tough because in order for me to like extract the information out of you that I need to give you a quick answer, it's hard. You'd have to give me, if you were able to email me like what you've been, it's just really hard to put into context what lifestyle factors have caused you to get the stomach flu. And if you were able to portray that in an email relatively quickly and send it to me, I could help you out for free and tell you what's wrong. Is it safe to sleep under the aluminum screening you use? There's dust that comes off it when you run your hand over it. Yeah, I don't know if it's safe. That's the problem. I'm curious if I get my hair mineral analysis done again, if the aluminum levels are going to be like through the fucking roof. It's like a double-edged sword. Like you're blocking the signals with aluminum, but you're sleeping in aluminum mesh and you're breathing in aluminum. You're probably the sanest person in New York. Grab your family and get the fuck out of there. My family is a bunch of brainwashed sheep. Unfortunately, they won't listen to me even if I'm trying to help them. It's unfortunate that people just want to. People are like, what was I thinking earlier? It's like people are scared to know the truth and they don't want to know the truth. People don't want the truth, so they end up they just want to be complacent and listen to the media. And the reason that people want the truth is because they don't want to work hard and they're not willing to have the objectiveness and the intelligence to be successful with all the adversity.
What causes food allergies? Will avoiding the food you're allergic to for a while fix the food allergy?
A food allergy is when the immune cells in your body are attacking whatever you're eating. So if you have a food allergy, it's because the food is causing inflammation in your body. If it's a healthy food that you're eating, like raw milk, and you still have an allergic reaction to it, that means that there's something wrong in your diet or lifestyle that's causing the T cells to attack the food you're eating. So like I took Accutane, so I had way too much retinol in my body, and when I would drink raw milk, which is high in retinol, I would be allergic to it. So you have to find out what the underlying cause of the allergy is. Usually it's very simple to fix. I would probably argue over like 96, 97% of people probably have, it's a very simple fix for their allergy issues. But there is a small percentage of people that have been fucked by doctors that have tiny dicks that are having issues with fixing their allergies and can't eat certain foods. Do you find it difficult to make friends? I don't have enough time to fucking sleep, let alone like go out and talk to some idiots. What zinc supplement do you recommend? You should never supplement zinc. Never supplement zinc, especially, most people are zinc dominant on a carnivore diet. You need zinc and copper, but if you're eating a lot of meat, you need copper. So you don't recommend canned cod liver. After all, your video where you ate some kind of seems like you recommended it. What do you mean? Canned cod liver in general is probably the most nutrient-dense food in itself, but you have to be getting vitamin D and vitamin K2 from the sun and fermented foods. Aluminum could affect your hair mineral analysis. Yeah, it's hard. Does your family think you're crazy when you try to tell them these things? I don't really care at this point. I tried convincing my parents and my family about this. Not that I cared. I was just hoping they would stop fucking freaking out, because the problem isn't that I don't care. I don't like it. To me, it doesn't matter if they believe in this or not. The problem is if you believe in the fear and the stuff that the modern media is proposing, then that affects you emotionally and psychologically and physically to a level where you're harming yourself and you're harming the people around you, and you're just being really, 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 really negative. So the problem is, the overarching problem is, if you believe in this Toyota Corolla nonsense, then you're going to be just really, 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 really negative. And because you're just thinking of, oh, this is so bad, this is so bad, I'm locked in my house like a stupid fucking rat. And it's sad that people don't have the IQ or the objectiveness to understand things. And they also don't want to. There's an element that they don't want to accept that they've been wrong their whole life. There's an element of pride. So the point is, how can you get that person to think positive? And it's tough to do. Welcome to the club. My family are sheep also. Yeah, I don't know what to do. On one hand, you're like, is it that stupid ass quote keeps coming up. It's easier to fool someone than convince them they've been fooled. But like, at one point do you say, like, who fucking cares? Let all these idiots die. Like, why do I have to be lumped in with all of these idiots that are stupid? And if you've ever worked a real job in your life and you've been like an exceptional and dynamic person, like every single job I've worked, like, not to be arrogant, but, and I don't think I'm talented at all, but I was, as a mediocre bartender, I was better than everyone else. I went for an interview at Nobu, and it was weird because this guy gave me a list of 50 cocktails to memorize, and I memorized the cocktails on my way home in the car. And the next day I went down and we did like 400 covers full service at Nobu, and I was like, and no bartender ever in the history of that restaurant ever learned the 50 cocktails overnight like I did. And I don't even think I was trying that hard. So why was I bringing this up? The point is that people are not intelligent, and they're not willing to work hard. And what the fuck? I don't even remember what I was going to bring. Why was I bringing this up? I don't fucking know. How do you balance vitamin D and vitamin K? What would be a good place to start? You need a vitamin K2 MK4 supplement, and you should probably take a moderately high dose for several weeks and see how you respond to it. And then you should rub some vitamin D on your balls so you can please your boyfriend and or girlfriend. Although I hope your girlfriend doesn't have balls, but with the bone structure I've been seeing lately on Tinder, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you drink kefir? Yeah, I drink. I mean, I have a I don't know why I can't do the kefir anymore. I'm having dysbiosis issues, so I'm trying to figure out why. Why crave bread and biscuits? Gut bacteria only consume carbohydrates. So you need to have carbohydrates in your diet, or you need to be consuming the gut bacteria itself. Copper glycinate and bisglycinate the same thing? No. Copper glycinate is one glycinate molecule. Bisglycinate is two. From a biochemistry perspective, I'm not sure if that matters. Well, you want copper glycinate. If you're getting copper bisglycinate, you're just getting extra glycine. I would assume the bioavailability is higher of the bisglycinate because an amino acid is going to have a higher bioavailability than a copper molecule. I guess it depends on how much glycine you're consuming. I guess bisglycinate would be a better bet in general. Are you wearing a mask? What? So I can look like a cute little ninja and all the boys are going to be staring at me when I walk down the street? Problem is my family thinks I'm crazy because my sources are different and I do not watch ever or tell live vision for years already. I told my family, like, look, if you're going to watch the news for 8 hours a day like a dumb monkey, then you should probably also watch YouTube videos or alternative media sources for 8 hours a day to at least have a balance of different, like, objective sources. But no, they just want to watch the news all day and sit in their home and cry about not having enough toilet paper. Mark Twain, yeah, that was the quote for it's easier. Mark Twain, it's easier to fool someone than convince them they've been fooled. Galen says cod liver oil is industrial waste rebranded as health food like collagen. I agree. I think most cod liver is probably rebranded as most cod liver is refined and processed in like this very it's like a pretty complex distilling machine. But we have cod liver oil on Frankie's Free Range Meat that, I mean, we don't have it anymore. Probably sold out. These vendors are weird, but like Frankie's Free Range Meat, to my understanding, our cod liver oil we were selling is the only safe cod liver oil that I would recommend to other people. Rosita might be okay, but I'm a little skeptical because they are adding rosemary oil as a preservative. So their cod liver oil is definitely oxidized. I mean, we've only been in business for a couple months and we were selling the highest quality cod liver oil that's accessible. But again, I already answered this earlier. You should watch my cod liver oil videos. Is raw dairy dominant in zinc or copper? Dairy is, as I said, land animals are zinc dominant. Dairy is a zinc dominant food. Does boiling an egg destroy the nutrient content? I mean, it doesn't destroy the nutrient content, but it's going to stress your digestive enzymes, and your gut bacteria is going to have to really, really, really break it down. You have a bad memory except for cocktails. I don't remember any of the cocktails that I used to make in the restaurants I worked at, but I've probably memorized in the past. I memorized, all the classic cocktails. Do I even remember what's in an old fashioned? 2 dashes Angostura bitters, 2 dashes orange bitters, 2 ounces of bourbon, maybe like half an ounce of dark brown stuff. I remember like certain cocktail recipes and certain ratios. But you have classic cocktails, which I can remember to some degree. Most of them no. And the specialty cocktails in various restaurants, I don't really remember. But if I was working with them on a daily basis, I would remember them. So I can remember like 20 to 30 cocktails in one day. But as soon as I stop working in that place for a week, I fucking forget all of them. So I have like a good short-term memory, and I can remember the cocktails if I memorize them and keep working in that place. But then it's out the window. I don't have the long-term memory. I met this Dutch girl that was fucking weird. It was like she would memorize like if she walked into a restaurant on a Friday night when she was shit-faced, she would remember the address of the restaurant. Fucking psycho could probably tell you how many millimeters your cock was. When is I already answered the beef bone broth coming back in stock. Bone structure on Tinder. Dude, I can't tell you how many like. Oh my god, Tinder is a nightmare. One of them even had the pyramid tattoo on our chest. I was like, what's up with the tattoo, sweetie? Thoughts on microchips replacing cash and credit cards? I mean, it's all part of the agenda. What are we supposed to do if they force us to vaccinate? Go get your vaccination, and when they're about to inject you, take that fucking needle and stab it in the nurse that's trying to vaccinate you. What kind of eggs are safe to eat raw? I mean, that's check my raw meat safety video. That's a pretty extensive answer. Carnivore oil safe for kids? Kids, probably not. No, kids. As I've said many times, most people are vitamin A dominant, and then need to get vitamin D and vitamin K2. Vitamin D, vitamin K2, especially for kids. What you want to do is just give kids like really high quality, balanced, nutrient dense animal foods like salmon roe, raw cheese, beef, fish. Whenever you don't really want to feed a kid liver or very, very high retinol foods, because usually it's hard to get D3 and K2 in the diet. What food do you wish you can eat that you can't eat? My diet is super, super strict right now. I basically can't eat anything besides lean meat and like honey. Green Pasture Blue Ice has fermented carnivore oil and concentrated raw butter, very high quality. No, they're actually killing people. There were a couple people from the Weston A. Price Foundation that had heart attacks from consuming the rancid cod liver oil from Green Pastures. They're selling rancid, rotten cod liver oil to these people, and these people are following. There's no advocacy for raw food in a Weston Price style diet, so these people are sucking down all of this rancid cod liver oil, and they don't have the vitamin D, the vitamin K2, or the vitamin C to deal with the oxidative stress, and they're having heart attacks. Their hearts are literally failing. You could look up. You could literally Google green ice, blue ice, fermented cod liver oil, and heart attacks. And there's articles of like showing these healthy doctors that were following these like nutrient dense animal foods based diets, and they're dropping dead of heart attacks because of stupid shit. Sounds like you're a kind of gal. Yeah. We're not talking about that today. Have you ever done magic mushrooms? No. I'm part Chinese. Could that explain my slight intolerance to raw milk? I mean, if you consume yogurt and kefir for a couple weeks, you might be able to tolerate it better, but you really have to see how you feel. Fillers and Botox. I'm not a fan of them, but these girls that have like the lips, I'm a fan of. I'm down for the Russian girl lips, but everything else, no. Why do you make I've never said anything like that. What food do you wish you can eat that you can't eat? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I know. I know. I said my diet was strict, and I didn't answer your question. I like ice cream. I mean, I like ice cream a lot. Ice cream, bread and butter, burgers with cheese and einkorn bread. Favorite cheese on Frankie's Free Range Meat? Oh, they're all so fucking good. To answer that question, I'd have to taste them side by side. What's your opinion on NASA? It's like the biggest fucking tax scam there has ever been. We've never been to the fucking moon. NASA is probably spending all the money digging these like underground bases so that all these elite people can just fucking do whatever they want. Does the breed of a cow make a difference when it comes to raw milk, assuming they're 100% grass-fed? I mean, there's A2 versus A1. The fat content is probably variable between breeds. There's a lot of variability between breeds, but I think the most important thing is the quality of the pasture the animals are on. I don't even think you need that much vitamin A retinol, especially in places like the UK. I mean, vitamin A tends to be the only vitamin that's actually present in modern diets. Weren't you planning a cheese tasting? Yeah, we might do it next week. We'll have to see. What's wrong with your health these days? I haven't been able to get enough sun. Best cheese, Manchego sheep cheese. Soft fermented cheeses that are like runny and rotten have a slightly higher vitamin K2 content than hard cheeses. But hard cheeses are going to have... It really depends on the quality of the cheese. If you have a raw grass-fed cheese, you're pretty safe. Are tanning beds bad for you? I haven't tested the magnetic field or radio wave field in the tanning beds yet, but it's probably better than nothing. That I did a video on tanning beds that you can check out. It's probably over a year old right now. NASA is a tax scam to fake the globe. I saw so many comments like, "Oh, if the Fed fucks can print money, why do I have to pay taxes?" Like, it's ridiculous. That's why I hire a lawyer to that's why I hire a lawyer every year to make sure my taxes are in the benefit of myself. You should sell grass-fed ice cream, raw grass-fed ice cream. Yeah, no, when I mean, I've said many times, guys, like we want to do the raw dairy and the grain-free eggs in the future. And, you know, we might not even, I don't know if we're going to even sell that. We're going to definitely sell ice cream in combination with that. Is there a raw soft cheese in the supermarket? No, because it's illegal to import cheeses that are less than, I can't remember if it's 60 or 30 days old. And soft cheeses aren't aged past 60 days. So you basically can't import soft cheeses to the United States that are raw. I have purchased pasteurized raw cheeses from Spain. I can't remember what it's called. But dude, I would buy these wheels of like this soft cheese from Spain. It was like runny. I would eat the whole wheel of cheese and I would have such a bad histamine reaction, like I wouldn't sleep for like 2 days, but it's so fucking good. It's ridiculous. It's like this runny goop. I'm going to get some for you guys and I'll show you guys in a video. I think we could probably even carry that cheese for you guys. I'm going to get that. Let me write that down on my to-do list that I refuse to address because I'm too busy doing nonsense. Raw, runny sheep cheese. We have a purveyor that sells that cheese. We can probably get it for you guys next week. It's like this. If you guys haven't had like the runny, rotten, goopy cheese, it's like fucking, it's good stuff. How to get safe sun exposure for vitamin D. I have at least half a dozen videos on vitamin D and tanning beds. I think I'm gonna do a vitamin D video next week. Hopefully, I have the patience to watch through all of my previous vitamin D videos. It's basically gonna be like what they don't want you to do is go out in the sun and get your vitamin D. Wouldn't hard cheese have more K2 because it's fermented longer? No, there's a threshold. There's only a certain amount of vitamins and microbial content that can develop in a certain cheese depending on the quality of the pasture. Longer doesn't mean better. In the Frankie's Free Range Meat vlog we did on Wednesday, we had like I literally bought this I couldn't even believe it. I went to this farmer's market near me and this guy had a 6-year cheese. And I was like, that's crazy. But I think past a year, it doesn't get more K2. There's a point of diminishing returns. What's your opinion on the hollow, flat, or round Earth, or don't care? It doesn't matter. The shape of the Earth doesn't matter. You know, if NASA's lying, if we've been to the moon, that obviously matters. If they're lying about spraying shit in the air, that matters. The shape of the Earth doesn't affect your day-to-day life. Like, the shape of the Earth literally does not matter at all. Like, it's just a psyop to distract people. You're arguing about something that doesn't change your day-to-day life. But if they are spraying stuff in the air, yeah, then they're poisoning you on a daily basis. Does it affect, the question you have to ask is, does it affect your day-to-day life and impact what you're doing? And like, the shape of the Earth doesn't fucking matter at all. But if they're spraying shit in the air and it's poisoning you and you're not getting vitamin D and all that stuff, that's different. You have to ask yourself if it matters in the context of what you're doing. Would you ever do a meetup? We were talking about how we wanted to do a meetup this spring or summer or something, but we wanted to do like a barbecue. We wanted to rent out a space in New York and do a barbecue. Maybe we can still do it this year. I don't know. Maybe since things are bad, we could like rent a space in New York City and like, what is it now? April 16th. If it's April 16th and they end this dog shit around June 1st. Maybe we can do something towards the like end of July, beginning of August. We could rent out like a park or something, and we could set up like a Frankie's free range meat stuff and have like a barbecue. And all of you fairy boys can wear skirts and dress up as like these anime femboys and see if one of you boys want to take me home. Speaking of the to-do list, did you get the overalls? That's actually on my to-do list, although I haven't had any ideas for new carnivore videos. Can you make a homemade cheese recipe from raw milk? The problem is that cheese requires you to have the stomach of the veal stomach, and we don't have that right now because we don't have a farm. There's something called rennet, which is an enzyme in the stomach of baby animals that digests cheese. So if you can get veal stomach and put it you just need a piece of the veal stomach and you put it in the raw milk and it turns it into cheese because they have the microbial enzymes. And I don't think that's something people would have access to. So there's no point in me making a homemade raw cheese recipe. Although I'm sure you could buy animal or vegetable rennet online. I've just never been a fan of that. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. Batarga versus fish oil. Batarga is probably a safer bet. Rotten, runny raw cheese as a staple breakfast food in Egypt. And that's probably why those Egyptian girls are so horny. BG wants to block the sun, apparently. We won't talk about that today. Would you sell some exotic meat like deer and kangaroo? I mean, yeah. I mean, the goal of my farm is to do raw dairy and eggs, but if I was going to raise animals, I would never raise like beef, pork, or chicken. I would specifically raise like bison, boars.
I have an overactive thyroid and have been removing negative halogen sources for quite some time. I was recommended Lugol's iodine. How would potassium iodide help my thyroid? Does it basically help T4, T3 conversion and produce thyroid stimulating hormones?
If you remove halogen sources from your diet, but you don't consume iodine, I'm not sure if you're actually going to detox all of the halogens. There are some protocols where people will take a large amount of iodine per day for like a week or two, and that will fix their issues. I mean, the other alternative is to consume seafood on a daily basis, but I mean, I'm assuming you watched my video on halogen toxicity. I mean, yeah, I mean, there is the lifestyle aspect of reducing Wi-Fi levels in the environment, but even if you've reduced the halogen levels by improving your water source and food sources, you still need to make sure that you are consuming some amount of seafood and or kelp and or a supplement. So to briefly answer that, you would either have to do a high dose of iodine over a short period of time, maybe a month or two, or you could do or you could do like a maintenance dose of iodine and expect your problem to be resolved within like 4 to 6 months. But if you've removed halogens and you haven't incorporated iodine, you know, you're missing that aspect of incorporating iodine. And honestly, even if you didn't remove it's like if you were to choose one aspect, remove halogens or remove iodine, or remove halogens or supplement iodine, both are kind of necessary. Because if you supplement iodine, I mean, if you don't have the iodine present, you're screwed. Having the iodine present is arguably more important than removing halogens, but you need to have both, and there's no reason to not have both. BG wanted to block the sun, apparently. I was told that a lot of doctors were mysteriously vanquished into a plastic box because they found out that there was an enzyme in these injections that prevented your body from producing vitamin D. I forgot what it was called. Do you like camembert?
What's in animal testicles nutrition-wise that makes indigenous hunters say it's good for fertility, libido? Also, will you have a specific field for catboys on the twink farm for us shoulder rubs and stuff?
Oh my fucking god, you guys are fucking nuts. There are biological compounds in parts of animals that will go to your specific organ if you consume them. So if you have a problem with an organ, whether it's your sex drive or whatever, if you consume the organ of the animal, that will be better. That being said, it's not, you know, if you overdo it, you know, if you consume like, if you want to go like onto a farm and eat like 30 pounds of bull testicles, like there's diminishing returns. It's not going to be better. There is likely bioactive testosterone in them, but there is diminishing return on testosterone. Your body can only use so much. I would argue, you know, you don't have to consume testicles more than once a week. A specific field for cat boys on the Twink farm for sure. We'll have to see. I'm straight, but these femboys are getting better and better at messing around with straight boys. So we'll have to see how that pans out in a couple weeks. The problem is I'm not sure if these femboys are going to be the best type of workers for the farm. I think they might be more of a distraction. He's never doing a meetup. Straight lies. Okay, Jessica. Okay, we'll see. What are your thoughts on TRT? I don't like the aspect that you have to trust the system that they're going to be providing you with this artificial testosterone for the rest of your life. Basically, I don't like that aspect of it. What do you think of maggot cheese in Italy? That maggot cheese is actually pasteurized. I'd like to try it. What is it called? I could probably Google it. I don't really care. Purpose of vegetables and fruit in the human diet: minerals and feeding gut bacteria. Downsides to taking TRT. I mean, the human hormonal system is very complex. It's hard to justify taking something like that. Listen. I've said it. Maybe I said it once or twice. If I went to medical school, I would probably be an endocrinologist because understanding the hormonal system is probably the only important thing in regards to finding your health. What supplements should you never mix? That's way too general of a question. What supplements should you never mix? Vitamin D and calcium will definitely cause hypercalcemia. You got to be really careful with fat-soluble vitamins in general. What about microplastics in seafood? You should not be worried about microplastics in seafood compared to like the amount of agrochemicals that can be in your food. Missing CDC doctor was found in a river. Good thing I'm not a doctor. What are your hobbies besides YouTube? I have Frankie's free range meat. I have organ supplements. I have Frankie's Naturals. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm literally losing my mind. Every one of these like Mason pricks has everything fucking set up for them, and I just can't. Should I order the testicles with or without pus? You can't make this shit up, man. Is that karma? Is it karma that White Oak sent me a testicle with pus in it? Oh my god, that's what they fucking deserve. Why won't you just come out? Who cares? Because I'm not attracted to dudes. Yeah, I've told you guys many times, I would love to be gay, but not attracted to dudes. I've never found a man attractive in my life. Should I order the...
Did the Holocaust really happen?
We're not talking about that. It doesn't matter. The point is, all of this stuff, it's preaching. Like, the only term that needs to be said is preaching to the choir. You're not going to convince the people that want to stay in the herd, and the people that already realized it. The only way these people, the sheeple, are going to realize what's actually going on is what the media tells them. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality of the situation we're in. You need country girls to work the farm. We're not going to have any horses, so that might be a conflict of interest. Will the natural estrogen in high-fat milk make me into a fairy boy? In conventional feedlot milk will have estrogen, but not the raw milk from the farm. Can you say more about how much vegetable or carbs are necessary for correct gut bacteria or nutrition? No, I think, I have a lot of valuable information in my big-ass brain, and, the fact that I still have to kill myself to to make a decent amount of money. I don't really like giving away like specific information for free. Like, I'll tell you guys that carbs are important for gut bacteria, but I'm not going to tell you or hypothesize what amount you're supposed to do. I'm not going to spell it out like that. You should get other hobbies to get your mind off of all the crazy BS. Yeah, I would like to build a house, but I feel like I wouldn't save money. I've always told myself, like, only do things you're good at doing. But I've never been good at, like, electrical work, plumbing and stuff. I know, like, electrical construction and plumbing stuff is probably easy to figure out if I actually, like, watch videos and read books and try to do it, but that would probably be my hobby if I wasn't so busy. I know you said you didn't know how to season a cast iron pan on your Instagram live, but I feel like that would make a good Saturday video. I've seasoned pans textbook every single time, carbon steel, cast iron. I've done seasoning on pans and it just doesn't seem to work. The pandemic reinforces how sheeple do not want to research. They just leave the news on 24/7. Yep. Will you make another workout video? I'm interested to see more. We're going to do another workout live stream on Saturday because the previous one was copyrighted because we were playing music. So, I mean, hopefully we can keep it entertaining. We'll do, I mean, we didn't have that many views last time. We'll do another workout live stream on Saturday and we won't play music and I'll try to answer questions between the workout sets. But why don't you just buy a real Faraday cage? Do they sell Faraday cages? Why would I buy a Faraday cage for like $1,000 when I can buy some 2x4s and staple some aluminum to it and build one myself for like $200? It's not hard to do. I recommend Ladyboys. It's not how it's supposed to be. Not how it's supposed to be. You can't go down that road. What supplement? You already asked me that. In these comments, I don't know what's going on. Most of my Ohio friends are going full conspiracy. I hate the word conspiracy. Conspiracy doesn't mean anything. Like, what the fuck does conspiracy mean? Like, what if you were going to describe conspiracy, what would you say it? A lie? You're telling the person they're lying? Okay, so why would they lie? If you want to build a house, you first have to make a blueprint and get permission, even if you already own the land. Kind of messed up. No, I probably wouldn't do it myself. It would be nice. I don't need to send him cash to get him to take his shirt off. In person you do, not online. You can paint your walls with graphite. Oh, that's a good idea. So what would you mix the graphite with, like some type of compound? Electrolytes during a fast. Probably just salt. Conspiracy, a plot to deceive. I'll have to look up the definition. A secret plot. It's not really, it's not really a secret plot. If you just label anything with conspiracy, it doesn't make sense. If you say, oh, the new Wi-Fi towers are a conspiracy, well, they're putting them up. Like, all I'm telling you is they're putting up Wi-Fi towers and they're going to blast our fucking brains. You guys do realize, like, I could have just kept all this fucking information to myself and just benefited off of it myself. Like every other asshole. That's the difference. Like, I didn't have to make a YouTube channel and share all of this shit. I could have just been the prettiest Italian boy and sold you guys like blueberry bullshit smoothies. Are you an anarchist or a libertarian? I do whatever I want. Or whatever I think is better for everyone. Why is it important that the moon landing is real or fake? Because it's creating this fake illusion that NASA is actually doing something with your tax dollars. How are your book sales going? They were okay for the first month or two. I honestly haven't even mentioned the book. Right now, I want over the next, by the end of this year, I'd like to have the second edition of the book finished. We're going to add the lifestyle factors like the Wi-Fi reduction, and we're going to add some pictures.
Where do you buy EMF clothing products?
I didn't want to advertise. I've been trying to start my own EMF company because all of these other companies are overpriced and they're selling very expensive material. Um, hopefully after this Toyota Corolla stuff ends, I'm gonna call up a couple of people. I'm gonna try to get some Wi-Fi clothing made myself, and I think I'm gonna sell it at just above a profit. So, if you go to try to buy like a protective EMF shirt, it's gonna be like $80 or $90. So I'm gonna try to make sure that the markup isn't that high. I like to something like that to me is very important. And if you got like Frankie's Free Range Meat, we're literally the cheapest. And I don't like using the word cheap, but we're the most affordable grass-fed beef online, and we've only been in business for a year, and our profit margin compared to other companies is so low. So I'm okay with, killing myself and not making much money if I'm able to provide a product for other people. Because all of these other EMF companies, they're selling this shit so expensive because this motherfucker wants to live in a mansion. Like, I don't care about this stuff, but the problem right now is I have to call up some garment manufacturers and find someone that can make me the t-shirts and the underwear and stuff in various sizes. And I'm sure that person that does that can also source me the material. So I have to find a manufacturer for the material and be able to sell it. And I'm going to try to figure, all this Toyota Corolla stuff messed everything up. So who knows if I'm going to be able to do that. Obviously it's not practical to go out in the middle of the woods and sleep with the bears, although a deer would probably be a more reliable partner than most of the women nowadays. AliExpress. Will people who have the book already get an updated version or ebook at least? Oh my god. I don't know how I would do that. If a few hundred people want my book, it would be pretty difficult for me to there's no way for me to know who ordered the I'm selling my book for less than everyone else. I'm selling my book for, like, what am I selling my book for? I don't even fucking remember. Let me check on Amazon. So my book on Amazon is $9 on Kindle and $14.99 on paperback. And all the other, so I'm at $15. Well, I thought it was cheaper. Yeah, my book is cheaper so the other carnivore diets are $9 on Kindle. Oh man, all these fucking Freemason shills really get a lot of reviews on their books. So the paperback for the others is 22 and mine is 15. My book's already cheaper than everyone else's. So maybe I'll do a second edition of the book for a slightly cheaper price. The second version of the book would be a slightly cheaper price, and even if you guys bought both of my books, it would still be less than you would have spent on anyone else's book, and I'm smarter than all of them combined, so you're getting your money's worth. Are you going to be selling Wi-Fi meters soon? I don't know how to source that. I'd have to figure out how. All of this stuff it's very difficult to figure out how to get these items and sell them. Can't wait to order from Frankie's Free Range Meat with a stimulus check that dropped. I was joking on Twitter like 2 weeks ago how $1,200 is perfect because you can get a high-end hooker for like $1,000, and I mean like super pretty Russian girl, and then $200 is enough to overdose on. I don't know. Honestly, I've never done cocaine. I don't know how much it costs, but I'm assuming $200 is enough to overdose on cocaine. So with $1,000 for the hooker and $200 for cocaine, you're good to fucking go. And honestly, that seems like the best option at this point. He likes it raw. Only sometimes. the best meters cost tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, I was watching this video where this guy had this guy that worked for like a telecom company had this giant fucking meter that was like this fucking big. And he was like, it's dangerous. Like, no shit, it's dangerous. You're standing 2 feet away from it, you dumb prick. Here we go with the Russian girls again. Hey. I have to pee so badly. How much longer do we have to go? Oh my God. All right, we'll stick it out. We'll stick it out 20 minutes, even though I have to pee. Are you going to get a girlfriend and make YouTube videos with her? I don't fucking care at this point. I'm over it. Like, I've been trying to, like, I'm over it. Are we sure Frankie Boy is assuming the price of cocaine? I don't need cocaine. I'm made out of steel. Why would someone that's made out of steel need cocaine for energy? What's the hormone cause of only being attracted to older women? Probably lower testosterone is my guess. I would buy from Frankie's Strange Meat, but I'm in Europe. Yeah, I don't know what the European websites are. Sell your beauty products on Etsy. I used to use Etsy. I like to keep things to my own website. How much should a reasonable EMF meter cost? Safe and Sound Classic EMF meter is $180. This doesn't give you like a number meeting. Oh shit, why is it yellow? What? Yeah, safe and sound classic EMF meter. Why is it moderate? I'll be right back. Hold on. Safe and Sound Classic EMF meter is about $108. That'll basically tell you if you're getting butt fucked by radio waves or not. You can get a magnetic field meter, but magnetic fields are basically power lines or circuit breakers, so you just want to make sure you're not sleeping next to a circuit breaker or a power line. And I'm basically in the worst room in my house because there's a power line right along that wall. Yeah, the magnetic fields in this house are really high. I kept emailing, maybe he's watching this. I got a friend that talks about magnetic fields. I don't want to go too much into this. Just go in the middle of the woods and fuck a bear or something.
I had some raw honey and was really tired and didn't end up brushing my teeth. My gums are now swollen. What can I do aside from brushing teeth?
That might be a slight allergic reaction if you've never had raw honey before. That should go away within a couple of days or the next time you eat it. Dude, get a boyfriend instead. We don't care. Okay, I'll make you guys a deal. If I can't get a girlfriend by the end of this year, I'll get a boyfriend. I'll just say fuck it. I'll say fuck it. If I can't get a girlfriend by the end of this year, we'll just convince some like pretty dude to get a wig and dye his hair blonde or something, and I'll make it work. Just go take a pee. This is the quality content I've been asking for. What, me losing my goddamn mind? I don't understand why he doesn't come out. It's so obvious. I know all you furry boys want to pork me in the comments, but it's not going to fucking happen. I hate to break it to you. Shit, he's onto us. Divert the beam. Yeah, right. It's funny. Like I bet they would have blasted me if I don't know. If I didn't know about the Wi-Fi stuff, I bet they would have blasted me already. But I got like $1,000 worth of fucking meters that I'm testing every day like a nut job. You guys have no fucking idea. I have like a roll of fucking copper sheeting. Did someone already reach out about the predictive programming about Fauci? I said earlier I have like a list of like 10 to 20 links about the predictive programming stuff. I'll save that video for Sunday. It's going to be like probably like a 10 or 15-minute video of just compilations of predictive programming. Would I be a top or a bottom? I'm definitely a top. I'm definitely a top. They like dudes playing hard to get. The problem is like gay guys think someone being straight is playing hard to get. Oh my god. If you date Frankie, you're also dating his meters. You have no idea how many girls I've pissed off with these stupid fucking Wi-Fi meters. I'm legit about to pee my pants. Is this your Verizon 5 grams audition? Is it? I've never seen so many. I'm legit about to pee my pants. All right, I'll be back in a second, guys. Oh my god, no! I was so funny. I was saying like, yo, I could not wash my hands for a week and I'll still be cleaner than all of you New York City girls. All through a date, Frankie's checking his meter like a cell phone. No, I just put on a gold suit of armor. Why did I don't know why I muted my shit before I left. Someone do a bad lip reading. Oh my god, Frank, shut up. You dirty fucking girls can say whatever you want, but I could not wash my hands for a week and I will still be cleaner than any. All right, I'm not gonna be mean today. Never mind. I'll chew some gum to distract myself. So he couldn't hear you pee into the bottle. No, my bathroom right across the hallway from my room. I don't feel like chewing this right now. Have you seen Out of the Shadows? I didn't watch the whole thing. It seems like some psyop bullshit to just give people some of the truth and not tell people, I'm cleaner than you. That's for damn sure. No, you're fucking not. You drink Jack Daniels. Do you take women to your hamster cage? No, I just go over their house and unplug all their shit. Ew, is that the same gum from last time? Again, I'm still cleaner than all of you guys. Do you think the government can assassinate people by directing satellites to ferociously target them with Wi-Fi? Yeah, they can. That's the scariest part about Wi-Fi is that it's an invisible weapon and that they can literally kill people and they can literally just kill people and no one would fucking know. Like if they had basically Wi-Fi is basically like we can kill you and you can drop dead and no one will fucking know what happened. It's the scariest thing possible that you would never know. They can literally take a satellite and blast you with a beam from space if they knew where you were and you would just be dead. That's it. Oh, he died he had a heart attack, he had an underlying heart condition, he choked himself to death on a Bowflex, like some dog shit. They'll make up anything. If they want to kill you, they can kill you. I'm too pretty and smart for them to kill me though, so we're not worried about it. Jessica is jealous. Yeah, she is. I'm ready for this meetup that's never gonna happen. I won't hold my breath though. Pay up, young lady. Write the check. If you can't find a girlfriend by the end of the year, just hit me up. I got you. Imagine if you could see Wi-Fi signals. I can sense them. I got titanium in my face. I can tell when it's a high Wi-Fi environment. Frank, you don't even use shampoo, so you don't come at me with I'm cleaner than you. Don't fucking tell me. I'm right. The second half of the documentary was a lot more interesting. I didn't watch the second half. Maybe I'll convince myself to watch it later if I don't spend too much time editing my video for tomorrow. Does drinking kefir with meals help digestion? Only if there were carbs in the meal. We know you have trouble getting a girlfriend, but do you have trouble getting a fuck? No. Does drinking... I already answered that. People can and they don't agree with the weaponry aspect of it. If you look at what they're putting on these buildings and you don't think it's a fucking weapon, you're literally retarded. Like, I don't know what else to say. If you look at these fucking cell towers and don't think it's a weapon, like, you might have to get hit in the head with a fucking brick. And maybe that'll set your brain straight. I like to talk shit because Frank talks shit. What do vegan girls smell like? The closest I've been to a vegan girl was like 2 feet away and I just fucking couldn't. It was gross. Stop it with the fucking Bible prophecies. Like, they literally wrote the fucking Bible. They literally wrote the Bible so your dumbass believes in it and accepts it. I always eat raw yogurt with my carbs. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Do you recommend my family's vegetable oil for my bike chain? Yeah, try to accidentally spill all of it while you're lubing up your bike chain. Is kefir underrated? Yeah, I wanted to do a video on second fermentation of kefir, but since I can't drink it right now, I haven't. Yo, if you take kefir and you make it normally and then you ferment it for like another day on orange juice with like orange juice or something, it's like fucking orange soda. It's so fucking good.
Would getting braces make you really sensitive to EMF?
Braces might make you more sensitive. Yeah, but I have a lot of metal in my face. I think if you put metal in your face, you're going to be more sensitive. What about the $100 million operation in New York City to set up those weird structures a few years ago? I don't know what that was about. Yeah, was that like in front of, like at the end and the beginning of the tunnels and stuff? So the vegan girl you went on a date with smell bad? Nah, we were just talking. She smelled bad, yeah. I haven't met any girls I liked, but I mean maybe one, but you retweeted the video of the guy in the car talking about the Bible shit and the Great Awakening. There's some truth to everything. Ray Pete's ideas about sugar. I have a video titled "Do Athletes Need Carbohydrates?" I never had SIBO before that kefir shit. Yeah, I mean, kefir can give people SIBO, so you got to be careful. I found that yogurt won't culture when it's next to a microwave and someone uses it. Yeah, that's... My family still uses microwaves like a bunch of idiots. Hopefully, after all this Toyota Corolla nonsense is over, I'm going to try to get some health insurance and get these plates taken out of my head. I don't even know if it's possible. I got to talk to the surgeon and see if they can remove the screws and the plates from my jaw. Even before I had... The thing is, though, that I'm worried about, even before I had jaw surgery when I was bartending in Manhattan, I still had Wi-Fi issues. Like, I still had sensitivity to Wi-Fi. So I don't know if it's worth risking the surgery to get them removed. Keep swiping on Tinder. She's out there. Fuck Tinder. It's a waste of my fuck. I'm not doing that shit. It's not fucking worth it. I'd literally rather go to... I'd literally rather spend like an hour driving out to Manhattan and just fucking throwing rocks at girls on the street than going on Tinder. What should I do if my room is behind a microwave? Get a biopsy of your brain. Send it to Frankie's Strange Meat so we can sell it as Swiss cheese. Can you take a hit with your titanium jaw? I've been hit in the face pretty hard. I haven't been knocked out yet, but I'm not really willing to push my luck. I'm too pretty for that shit. For the one dude in the chat that's obsessed with like the fucking... Please, give me a break. I'm not... The point about... Like, I'm not... Like, legit, the only time I ever used Tinder was 2 weeks ago in this quarantine bullshit, and I'm not fucking doing it. Like, it's a waste of time. I'm not going to blast myself with my phone for fucking 2 hours, swiping, when some girl is talking to fucking 10 other dudes every day. Like, go fuck yourself. I don't care. You hate women too much to be straight. I disagree. I think that makes it a good thing. Because women like being... I can't say that on YouTube. Never mind. What is blood flow restriction training? It's when you put on a cock ring because your girlfriend isn't pretty enough. No, it's this like stupid shit where like you like tie bands around your shoulder and you start doing bicep curls. It's fucking ridiculous. They're just trying to sell you rubber. They're trying to sell you fucking rubber. They're trying to sell you fucking rubber for... It's fucking stupid. Please don't get me started. We need to start a website campaign, the truth about blood flow restriction training. A better argument would be resonating frequencies messing with biological function rather than non-ionizing versus ionizing stuff. Absolutely. What kind of music do I like? I don't know. I mean, a lot of hip hop, R&B stuff right now. I've always liked hip hop, R&B stuff. How long have we been going? An hour and 25 minutes. Yeah, we'll wrap this up in a few minutes. I'm gonna go eat something. It's already 9:30. I'm gonna go eat something, and maybe I shouldn't eat this late, but fuck it. I'll eat something in like 20 minutes. Thought you were already missing a few screws. Can't imagine what you'd be like at the surgery. Would you ever have vegan friends? I mean, can kefir cause SIBO? Yes. Any safety issue to be concerned about when going out and foraging for wild mussels if there is a safe distance from a town and shopping lanes? Yeah, like did someone dump shit in the water? That's a question you can't really answer. Are you having ground beef tonight? Yeah, I'm going to have ground beef tonight. I took out some sirloin steak earlier, but I've really been liking the ground beef with my homemade bone broth. I ran out of bone broth, so I ordered some from like a local farm, and it tasted like shit. I gotta make it myself. Someone changed their username to blood flow restriction training. I have the best inside jokes on my channel. We came up with the word fairy boy. I think that's gonna get big in the future. And hopefully the inside joke that like blood flow restriction training is using a cock ring, hopefully that picks up too. How do your parents feel about you almost being 30 and not married? I mean, I'm closer to 25 than 30, but I don't really care. If I was like handy and I could build shit, I would literally like go out into the middle of the fucking woods and make a cabin or some shit. Like, I don't care. I'll do my own fucking thing. That's literally what I would be doing if I knew how to do it. But I don't, so. You need a fleshlight for blood flow restriction training. Is that the? Yeah, we need to make an equipment list. We need to sell. Yo, we should make a website, bloodflowrestrictiontraining.com, and people think they're gonna like go on there and buy these exercise bands, and it's gonna be like a fleshlight and some concrete. Have you seen the video of the vegan mom giving her baby juiced grass from her yard? Honestly, juiced grass from your yard is probably better than other vegan food. 30 going on 20. I'll do whatever I want. 2 weeks is a long time when you don't sleep and only eat ground beef. Yo, you guys have to follow me on Instagram because this Family Guy skit is too fucking perfect. I literally want to post this every day.
2 months is a long time when you don't sleep and only eat ground beef. 2 months is a long time when you don't sleep and only eat ground beef. 2 months is a long time when you don't sleep and only eat ground beef.
Does that not epitomize bodybuilding on the carnivore diet with iron overload? Is there a more? It's like they literally made that cartoon about me. Nearly 3 a.m. in the UK. How to fix insomnia? Turn all the electrical devices off in your home and Wi-Fi. If that's not possible, go run 20 feet into the woods and lay down and sleep. Make blood flow restriction training merch. We'll have to think about that one.
How do girls like to be treated?
We're not answering that question today. I plead the fifth. If someone pays me $1,000, I'll answer that question. Otherwise, I'm not answering it. All right, maybe what's it? 1,000? All right, somewhere between $100 and $1,000. I'll answer that question. Do you donate blood to dump iron? I used to donate blood. Now I bought my own. Like, I got this Chinese dude to send me these blood donation kits. I just stab myself and do it myself because I don't trust these. I don't trust these blood donation centers to like. I feel like they would inject me with something if I went to donate blood. So I literally just do it myself. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'm fucking crazy. Don't do it. Omar, it might be dysbiosis. Frank, I have your vitamin D supplement. How long is the shelf life? Oh no, the shelf life is it's indefinite. It lasts for as long as you want. It's cholecalciferol and MCT oil. I mean, this would probably be good for, or emu oil. That would emu oil. That would probably be good for. This isn't gonna go bad before you use it up. Unless you spill it all over your
You
desk
kinda
like I did.
already told me on Instagram. Hee hee.
You kind of already told me on Instagram. I might have told you on Instagram, but that doesn't count because you paid me. Girls like to be treated like shit respectfully. Good answer, buddy. Make blood flow restriction training great again. Oh my god. But you trust the Chinese guy at the market with your needles? I trust that motherfucker more than I trust that guy more than these fucking people at the New York Blood Center. That is true. That is fucking true. True. Oh my god. Sing a Mariah Carey song, Frank. If I could sing, I wouldn't be doing this YouTube bullshit. Oh my god. How long have we... All right, guys. 5 more minutes. We're done. 5 more minutes. I'm going to go eat dinner before I actually lose my mind. Can raw dairy help cavities? You need K2 and D3 are very important for cavities. Organsupplements.com for the vitamin D. Organsupplements.com for the vitamin D. Can you answer my question, please? Can you write me a check, please? I didn't see your question. You don't eat after you train? Usually I do. Stop that tongue thing. My lips are really dry. You boys have a dirty mind. You're too pretty today, Frank. I'm always pretty. Why aren't you sitting? You look like you have back pain. I do have back pain. My arm hurts. I think I jerked off too much with my left arm, so that's probably what caused it. I'm working on it though. Have you made honey mead? I was making it with whey, but I had problems with the calcium, so I stopped making it. I have some apple juice fermenting in my dining room. It's been sitting there for like 2 weeks. I think it's almost alcohol. I don't know how long to naturally ferment a fruit juice. I have to taste it tomorrow. If you have yellow teeth, is that a symptom of something? I mean, it could be you're eating something too acidic. I hate the saliva sound you're making. Am I making a saliva sound? Do you think you cause friction between vegans and non-vegans? No, I think the vegans and non-vegans are all special interest funded shills and they're working together, so it doesn't really matter. David Icke is controlled opposition. I can't tell what he's distracting from, but
Why does raw milk make my skin dry and flaky?
too much retinol. Too much retinol. You need to take D3 and K2 and take a break from the retinol. You're making mac and cheese stirring sounds? All right, boys, stop fucking paying attention then. Get your minds out of the gutter. Are supersets the best way to build muscle with calisthenics? How are you going to superset calisthenics? Oh, no, just watch my calisthenics video I did 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Best thing you can do for dysbiosis? I did a podcast with Heal Your Gut Guy a few months ago. Watch that one. I used to party every night. Now I watch Frankie's live streams. Yes. How do you balance K2, vitamin A, and D3? Watch my nutrients energy videos. You look bad. Are you doing okay? No, I've been staying with my parents and like my mom gets up at 9 a.m. to fucking throw Easter decorations at the wall. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but I can't sleep. Do you have fun doing these streams or do you just do it for the money? I don't really make any. I mean, how much money did I make today on the live stream? Let me check. $2, $1. Oh no, why isn't this loading? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. We made $26 this live stream for like an hour. What is it, an hour? Like almost 2 hours of my time. Like for me to do this live stream every night for like $26, like I'm not doing it for the money, guys. Like I'm not doing it for the money. I mean, I've seen people that do live streams on YouTube that make like, they do things where they make like $300, $400, $500 a night. And if I was making that much money, yeah, I'd probably like have more of an incentive to live stream. But I've never really made any money live streaming, and that's mainly because my format is just like read the chat and answer everyone's questions. Usually, the people that make money live streaming don't answer questions in the chat, which incentivizes people to donate to get their question answered. So, you know, whatever. I don't really care. If we get 10,000 subscribers on this channel, we'll get the super chats back, and maybe we'll make a little more money. But no, I've never made money live streaming. And honestly, I don't mean to be mean, but I would love to not have to live stream anymore. You know, like if it was between having to, you know, schedule a live stream 3 nights a week and make $20 or not do it, fuck, I'm not doing I don't want to fucking do the live stream. I've forced myself to do these live streams for the past year and a half because I know you guys enjoy it. And I'm still going to do it, and I'm hoping that it gets into something bigger, but we'll see. Why aren't you modeling yet? I'm like 5'9", 5'8". I'm not tall enough. Maybe since I'm more muscular, I can do some fitness stuff this summer. Loving the ball
How
cream.
long should I take a break off of retinol? My vitamin D is high.
Then that means you should take a break off of both and take some vitamin K2. Probably at least 4, 5, 6 months. Loving the ball cream, Frank. Makes my face feel great in the sun. You guys are fucking great. Oh shit, that made me feel a little bad. Well, don't feel bad because I only do things I don't want to do. Do you ever do things you don't hate? Yeah, but then I realize I don't like them either. For one reason or another. I don't think people get successful doing things they want to do, so it's the path I chose. Just wear heels, bro. Like I used to have lifts in my boots Well, it doesn't make a fucking difference. Would I pick up more girls if I was wearing the boots? I don't know. I haven't tried yet, to be honest. I used to wear the boots in Manhattan where I was like, I had 2-inch lifts in my boots, so I was like maybe 5'11" instead of 5'8". But I don't want to do that shit. If a girl cares about height, then it's not going to fucking work. Workout live stream Saturday. You should at least give modeling a shot. I went down to a couple agencies a couple of years ago and I didn't get any gigs, but I didn't have the long hair. Workout live stream on Saturday. Is 5'8" tall for a woman? Yeah. 5'8's tall. 5'8's tall for a girl. Average female height's probably like 5'3" to 5'5". Yeah, we ship the organ supplements worldwide. Hello, can you say hi to me? Hi, Arham. How are you today? But Arham, we're gonna wrap up the live stream right now. So thank you guys for joining me. If you guys have any more questions, just leave them in the chat below. I'll see if I can get to this channel and answer the comments later. The new YouTube studio has made it irritating to respond to comments, so I haven't been doing it as much on this channel. I wish they kept the classic studio, but I'll try to have some patience and deal with it later. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. Of course, every day's video because I'm nuts. And we'll do another live stream on Saturday around 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to do a workout live stream. So I'll see you guys. 5'8" isn't bad for a guy, still taller than most girls. Oh yeah, I'm happy I'm 5'8". I don't give a shit about the height stuff. If I was 5'6" or some shit, I'd be a little worried, but I'm not. So I don't care.